their videos, please. And if anybody wants to intervene in between, any question, any query, you can ask me at any time. And if you are not able to go further without knowing the answer of a particular point, you can ask then and there. Otherwise, I'll give you the chance to ask me the question. Okay. So let us begin. In 2018, it was the time for Kerala, Godson country. It became a hell. It was flooded with a lot of water from monsoon rain, and we were suffering a lot. And flooded minimum 5 to somewhere to 18 to 20 feet height. Around 40% of Kerala was underwater. So it was flowing like anything. Some of the area was so vigorously, river was, a newly formed water path. And they started flowing like anything. People were struggling to survive. Animals were struggling to survive. Even the creatures, those who live in water, struggling to survive because of the shift of the water and the depth of the water. In that time, one big branch of a tree was flowing, and all of a sudden a frog jumped into the branch of the tree to survive. And it was flowing in such a speed. And all of a sudden another human being came into somehow managed to climb onto the branches. And again it was flowing, and all of a sudden another creature, a scorpion, get into that branch to survive from the water. And it was flowing when the monsoon rain subsided, and the water came down, and slowly, and the swiftness of the speed of the river, it's very slowly, and it reached an island. It's a big island, but there was no creatures in that island, no people, no houses. And all on a sudden, when it landed in the island, this human being, he just jumped out of the branch of the tree to the land and looked, is there any way to go out, to escape from this place, or any human being, any house or something is there? He just looked around and found that there is a 20 feet, a single-story building is there. It remained in this one. And he went to that house. And what happened to the frog and the scorpion? They also jumped down to the land. They started living. And every day, when the water was subsidized, frog was able to swim across the river and go to the other land. And in the evening, he suddenly came to understand that the scorpion is alone in this island, so I have to give him a company, because in the difficult time he was with me. So he went back and narrated the story of what is all happened in the neighborhood. When he went he met his own colleagues, his own creatures, same beings, on the other side of the river. And after 1 week, scorpion was getting a lot of excitement, getting knowledge from the interesting stories from frog, and he also want to go and see other people, also other creatures of his same this one. So he suggested that you also please let me see the other side of the river, because it is island, nobody is here, no friends are here, no relatives, no same category, no sect is here. So please help me. Then frog asked me, how can I help you? Then scorpion suggested that it is easy. You let me climb on your back, you swim across the river and we will reach the other side. That time the frog laughed. It's a very good idea. You want me to carry you to the outside? Then scorpion asked me, yes, that's it. That's the idea I told you. Then frog said, as soon as I let you climb on my back, you will sting. I know that you are a particular creature that as soon as you get something, you sting the other people. Then this time the scorpion was laughing, like it's a roaring sound, big voice. He was laughing. This time, frog asked me what happened. He said that's why people are telling frogs are having no head. It's a flat head, no brain at all. Then what is the reason? He said that if I sting you at the middle of the river, what will happen? You will die. I agree. But soon after that, I will also die. So I won't sting you. You think about it. Then frog started thinking about it. Ah, that's correct. If he stings me, I will die. But as soon after he will also die, drowning to this doomed. So next morning, frog said, "You also come." Okay. The scorpion was with full awareness, with not to sting, and frog was swimming to the across the other side of the river. And what happened in between? Snake came. Snake came to catch the frog, and all of a sudden there was a totally unexpected scenario happened, and for the spur of a moment, this scorpion sting the frog. Then they escaped from the snake, but this happened. So frog asked me, "You said a lot of good things to me. You are my life. You are my love. You are the friend. Nobody else is there to me. So many things you told. We will live together, everlasting. And what happened now? You stung me." So Scorpion said, I was so aware not to do this, but all of a sudden something happened and I stung. Sorry. And the story continues like that. But the story or the question we have to ask ourselves, in our life, what the role we are playing quite often. Whether we are playing the role of a frog or whether we are playing the role of a scorpion. Please open to your videos and share some of your ideas so that I can continue with your story. Please open, because I'm getting bored looking into the blank place of the computer. No stimulus, nothing is coming to. So, what is your role? Quite often, what role you play? The role of a scorpion in your life, in your personal life, or a role of a frog? You can share. Because interactive sessions will give much more understanding about the scenarios. Unmute and talk, Jyoti. Your sound is not coming. Anybody can share your role, particularly quite often played role. Anybody, because we are going to deal with the happiness redefined. Jyoti, we are not able to listen you.
So I don't know if you can just give me a nutshell of what is scorpion and what is frog. Is it?
Yeah. It is from the story. It is like that, when we before, suppose if it is in love marriage, we tell a lot of things. This will happen, that will happen, and you are John, and I will do this way, that way. After the marriage, what happens? Quite often the scenario is totally different. People are getting hurt. People are not keeping the promise because all of a sudden, there is a change in their behavior. We identify that, previously he was not behaving or she was not behaving like that. Now he is behaving like this. And we are getting...
What's the scorpion and what is the frog? Frog?
Huh? Frog and scorpion.
So what does a frog do and what does a scorpion do?
From the story you tell me, you connect it with your life.
I was not here for the story, so...
Oh, sorry. Okay. So you can wait. No problem. Okay. Some other people. Okay. Anybody else wants to share? Okay. Last incident you can take. If you are not getting the entire story, last incident. What was your... Oh. Yeah. Ramji.
Ram Ram. It's good. So nobody was there.
Tell me,
What
sir.
is it? See, I have some of the heard that scorpion and frog story, Kerala, 2018. That's the story. In between I something missed out, and that natures that people natures changes with the time. This you are very much right. Frog and scorpion, and they have natural that story. It was a story with scorpion also. That is nature to bite, hunt,
Hmm.
and frog is to dive. If they
Yeah.
have it, he says he will dive. He will just react with the situation and time. That
Okay.
reaction he
That's
has.
correct. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Some frogs die with one sting. Some frogs
Uh,
survive one sting also. So many, quite often they used to get the stings. That
uh,
also happens in
but
our life.
that scorpion life should not be there. But it is his nature, na. Somebody help, then also you do the same thing as usual as
That's why
the
I'm
nature.
asking.
As
You
usual.
connect the story with your life and narrate this incident, what happened last time.
Right, I have with the frog actually. I have not heard the full story. 90, I have 70% I've heard, but what I feel I can make out. I have with the frog.
Okay,
Frog.
70% when you became frog, who
Uh,
is scorpion in your life? Your spouse?
no, that I don't relate with this
Society?
family. There's no problem.
No, I'm asking
Uh,
who is the scorpion in in that incident? Your wife,
uh,
your children, your
no,
society,
no,
your neighborhood,
no.
your
I
organization.
don't. See, I don't have such a story that way.
Okay,
I
Shifiki,
can't relate
maybe I
with
can
family.
share one
Okay,
from
Satin sir. So, okay, tell.
probably.
Okay.
I think this is what I understand. I mean, in our life we interact with many people, so probably this is some case study I want to share
Yeah.
with my friend. He is in one of professional career.
Okay, one thing, Satyaji,
Yeah.
it is the incidents when I ask to narrate, it should be subjective.
Yeah. That's
Not,
fine.
not with somebody else. It is because we are going to look into ourselves. So story and
No,
incidents, if you are able to open, you will get more benefited. If you just listen, I got it, nothing will
no.
happen.
A story is about me.
Okay,
Me and
okay,
my friend who is
okay.
in a professional career.
Okay,
Right.
sir. Thank you.
So probably how maybe I become susceptible like that. Okay, he's growing in career, so he asked for money. So I also start my career making some money. So I think he asked me to lend some money that will help, and he will return. So I mean that's how I helped him giving money. So many a times we get stuck in money recollection. So after a long follow up, he had established, but still he keeps pending returning the money. But
Okay.
maybe on different occasion, even after 5 years, he come back to me again because he's again at the stage of increase of his career. So he want more investment. So though I had been bitten and he not returning despite of us, but he always promises, don't worry, I'll give it. But second time also, maybe I have given more with the trust that he will return with both the aspects. So I think again the situation has changed. Probably he also gone through ups and downs, and finally it is like neither the first one or not the second one has been given. So the situation has changed because he himself went to a survival stage. So of course he maintains the good relationship, but the challenge is, I mean, it's been bitten twice. So I think the stuck money is like many a times we play the role like a frog. I mean, probably that's the major dominant nature of that, but we allow that to happen. So that impacts like your probably what we say happiness quotient.
Okay.
It gives
So you played a role of frog.
frog, yes, I would say.
So is it happening quite often in your life?
I would say yes.
Yes, very
Later
good.
I
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, sir. Thank you for trusting the group. Thank you for sharing in the group. Okay. Anybody else wants to share anything about this in your life? Anything? Okay. Nobody is there. Okay. So we'll move forward.
Yes.
Okay. So I told that it should be subjective. Subjective in the sense,
I can relate.
yeah, with yourself, the experiences of you, that is subjective. What is going on? What type of feeling you are experiencing? What is the thinking pattern you are experiencing? Or what is the behavior pattern you have done on a particular thing? That those things are subjective. Oh, what happened to me? What I am thinking. Again, I am suggesting that whenever we discuss a point, you be an eye specialist, not EYE, eye specialist, myself. You connect all those points to yourself and think from the point of view. Then you will get more idea about, how you can deal the scenario, how can you become more happy in the incident, or, that is it. Okay, I will connect another, be an incident subjective, be an eye specialist. Always when I say about mind, about your thoughts, about your behavior, whatever it is, you think yourself from that point of view. Then you will get because this theory is so simple. It is just like that, sun rises in the east. This is the story. Everybody knows that sun rises in the east. When we are in the lower classes, teachers come and tell you sun rises in the east, and we carry that idea up to further 2-3 higher standards. And all of a sudden, another sir will come and tell you, yeah, there is no sun rises in the east. Sun is stable and earth is rotating in the sun. And even though we see the sun rises in the east, we are forced to believe that it is stable. So another idea came to our mind. It is psychology is always like that. When we tell something, for the first time, some points, it easily goes with you. Some points, it's a little thought-provoking. Then, we will understand. Again, after some time, the another professor will come and tell us, sun is not stable, earth is not, earth is rotating, sun is also rotating. That's why we have Milky Way. The entire space is open and entire universe is going somewhere. It's all rotating. So idea is keep on giving you more knowledge about all the things. So like that, whenever we say some ideas, we have to look into ourselves and we have to start. Actually, whenever you behave, are you in control of yourself or not? That's a question we have to ask when we talk of psychology. Are you in control or not? It's just like sun rises in the east. Usually we say that we are in the control, we are behaving, isn't it? We are behaving according to our idea, isn't it? No, yes. Somebody, give me an answer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. In that case, I will tell you another story, because a story can change your future also. That's why in between we keep on telling story. That's why we have a session on Mondays, storytelling, isn't it, Brahmanji? Correct.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes,
Very
sir.
much right.
Yeah. Okay. Same. I will tell you another incident. 2 weeks back, I came very late. Then my wife started. He started, cursing in a form of a cursing that you are wandering in this place in this corona scenario, and what happened if something some disease comes to you, and we are okay, we will manage. Your elder sister is here, 87 years. Something happens to her, what will happen and everything. I also started. There was a big conflict between, because I went for a training, and after that I am reaching home. He started making quarrel with me. So I also started. Then all of a sudden, my son came and told me, "Appa, please come." I asked him, "What do you want to talk?" Then my son said, "Please come. Let me tell you." Then when I went to him, he told me that because of Corona period, their mummy's companies locking down. So she lost his job. That's why her job. And next Monday onwards, she is on this one, log out this period. She don't know how to go to the company. So she lost the job. So I said, oh, that's why she's getting angry. Usually she remains in a very calm and cool manner. So I just moved out to the my house. I went to the portico, and I was standing there. And two friends, all on a sudden came near to my home. This friend what is there. Then we were studying together in the schools, and they started telling the story of we enjoyed a lot of things in the school, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh standard, climbing the trees, plucking the mangoes or coconut, whatever it is, football team, everything. I became so happy. So the question again I am asking, who made me angry, who made me cool down, who made me happy? Usually we say that I became angry, I became cool down, I became happy. But actually when we look into the scenario from your perspective, who made you angry on the first instance? Your wife made you angry, isn't it? Because of her.
You made yourself angry.
Yeah, but
By
because
reacting to a situation.
usually I made myself angry, but who stimulated me?
Yeah, that situation.
That was the trigger. That was the trigger.
Yeah, so who stimulated me? My wife stimulated, by giving a lot of conflict words. So who came and told me not to cool down? My son gave me the cool down process. And who made me happy? My friends, because of their behavior. So the question again, we have to redefine and ask, if so, whether you have any control over your emotion or behavior. Do you have or do we have any control over our emotion or our behavior? Irrespective of the other people's response, irrespective of our context, irrespective of circumstances, if you are able to maintain these things, then you will become a winner or successful person. That is psychology is talking about. It is like, whenever I am getting acquainted to people, I am handing over a remote, like a TV remote. Instead of numbers in the remote, suppose it is their emotions, anger, happiness, cool down, stress, anxious, everything is there. Frustration, hate, all the emotions are displayed in the remote. And when the people are there, they will show the anger to this remote towards you and press one button. Like I am a TV, I have no options, and my wife pressed the button of angry. And I became, oh, this is the way I went for the training. You are cursing me, you are conflicting me, you are telling you are started quarreling with me. This is whatever. So because she pressed the button of anger, I became angry because I have no other option. I am just TV. I responded to that, or I reacted to that scenario. Then my son, instead of putting the anger, she cool down. He pressed the button of cool down. Oh, then I said, oh, is it so? She lost the job. That's why she's behaving. So I became cool down. So my son pressed the button of cool down. Appa. Okay, then my friends, both of them press the button of happiness together. Then I become, oh, okay, I remember that, we went for the football playing, we climbed the tree and, on that day, that fellow, our close friend, fell down from the coconut tree, we took him to the hospital, all the things, came. So who is pressing? Who is under control? Whether we have any control over ourselves or not, that's question, big question. If not, we have to bring it back. We have to take back all the remote. Otherwise, you are a victim of the circumstances. You are not a winner. You are not a successful person. If you want to become a winner, if you want to become a successful, we are thinking that when we become angry, we are thinking that we are under control. No. The other persons are controlling you. Simply as it is. When my son pressed the button of cool down, I became cool. When my friends pressed the button of success or happiness, I became happy. See, whether we have any control over our emotions or behavior, That's a primary question we have to ask ourselves. Be an eye specialist. Always think from inside. It's a journey towards inwards. Then only the person who is having the internal control become the successful person. So otherwise, it is like other people are controlling. It is like a vessel we are keeping on a flame, on a stove. And the external environment is the flame, or the other person's behavior is the flame. And we have no control over it. What we have the control, suppose it is a cooker of half liter and the cooker is full of steam. Even a wind goes nearby the cooker, it will burst. Shh, it will burst. Because we are all full with our emotions and other things. Pressure, always. Even a cloth, tip of a cloth, hit the pressure button, okay, the weight, it will release. It will go. One thing we can do that, we can expand the capacity of the cooker from half of a liter to the 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, 5 liter. How? By understanding the other person's behavior. So, in any psychological theory, if you want to become more capable of controlling yourself, you have to understand one about self, the second about others. Without understanding, you cannot have the capacity to behave from a better way. So understanding what? About self. What is understanding about self? About our thinking, about our feeling, and about our behavior. These are the only three aspects to understand about the psychology. Thinking, feeling, and behavior. Nothing else. And in psychological aspect, mind is defined as thoughts and feelings. Mind is defined. What is mind? What is mind? It is just two aspects, thoughts and feelings. And these thoughts and feelings are manifesting into behavior. So what is happening inside thoughts and feelings, according to that we behave. So thoughts and feelings are manifesting into behavior. So you think about, it is like, suppose if I am giving a 3 marks to thoughts and 2 marks to feeling. So outcome will be 3 into 2, 6. Behavior is 6. If you are, if you are emotionally sad, then you see that your entire behavior is sad. Your face will sulk and you will feel sad. Your body will be shrinking like anything. And if you are angry, all the behaviors will be different. So very clearly it is mentioning that mind is defined as thoughts and feelings, and behavior, manifestation of thoughts and feelings is called behavior. So next question, what is behavior? I have explained last time. Behavior having main 5 concepts. One is the words that we use. Suppose we use best words, people will tell he is having a good personality or good behavior, something like that. And words are having no standing alone meaning. The meaning is given by tone of voice. So tone of voice is the most important aspect we have to consider ourselves to make our change or better person, make ourselves a better person. Tone of voice. Yeah, tone of voice. The way you deliver it. The way you deliver it. So the words are, if the words are standalone, it is not having a meaning. The way you pronounce it will give them. So if I say no, it's not, I don't want, don't want, all the things, if you tell in a totally different way, the meaning will be, yes, you do it once again. No, I like to have it. Suppose if I tell a scenario of a movie that young lovers, they are sitting under an umbrella on a beach, and they were chatting for some time, and after some time, this boy, he was excited, and started touching and doing some mischiefs about her. Then she said, "Oh no, please." What is the meaning? "Oh no, please." Is the meaning of "oh no," or yes, you can do it once again, or keep on doing it. What is the meaning, Satya sir? Do you have any experience like that? It is not the meaning of no.
Not
Isn't
saying
it?
no, or maybe confirming yes.
Yeah, keep on doing it. I like
It's
isn't it?
okay. It's okay.
Yeah. After, I'll tell you my personal experience. As soon as I come from the training session, when I reach home, maybe 3:30 we usually have a tea break. Then after the session, some of them invite us for a discussion. We'll have another tea at the hotel room itself. Then when I reach by 7:30, my wife usually asks, do you like to have a cup of tea? I said, no, it's not necessary. I'll tell. Then within 3 or 4 minutes, she brings a tea. So even I say no, she is bringing. No is I am okay. I would like to have a cup of tea. So this is the way we are communicating. One incident I will tell you. A husband came late in the home, and wife asked, why are you so late? So because of that question, there was a big quarrel. So her friend, neighbor, next day morning, she asked, what happened yesterday? You and your husband was quarreling each other in a big voice, what happened? This lady, the wife said, I was eager to know that, why he was late. That's why I asked. No, so this friend, thought, what a guy this guy. When a wife asked, why are you so late, he's getting so upset. But not the question of why are you so late, the tone of voice of why are you late is made the problem. Because why are you so late, and it's contained lot of meaning. I know that, you were with such a lady, you were spending time, you are not having enough time to spend with me, you are not taking care of me, you are not taking the responsibility of all these things are there packed with the tone of voice. So tone of voice makes the problem. In mother-in-laws, they tell tell your wife not to make such a irritating noise. What is that irritating noise for mother-in-laws usually? Nowadays, I don't know whether they have, in olden times, this proverb, this local slang is there. Tell your wife not to talk in such a voice. We are getting irritation. So this is also happens with it. So 80% of your problems, interpersonal relationship problems, can be solved if you concentrate just on tone of voice. 80%. With your spouse, with your father-in-law, mother-in-law, father, mother, son, everybody. Even you change the tone of voice with your kids, they will obey. You early morning, usually you go to their room and call them, hey, wake up, time is up, time up. Come on, wake up. What type of, how many times I told you to early to bed, early to wake? No, this is the tone we give. Now change your tone of voice, they will come. Easily they will come to know. And along with that, you go to their bed, you be there, you sit there for some time, and if it is possible, give a small scratch on the scalp, or body, just give a smooth stroke or patting, Slowly they will come to you, they will lie down on your lap, and they will wake up. You don't have to make such a struggle to wake the, because you are changing the scenario, not the other person. So you can do in a totally different ways. You can do the same way you do. You can do it differently, or you can withdraw without doing also. You can do. It is telling this Shankaracharya tells kartum agartum anyada kartum shakti idi manaha. Kartum means you can do it. Agartum means you can withdraw. or in Anyada Kartam, it is, you can do it differently. So all these three capacities are there with each person. But usually we do it from one type of behavior. So second point is tone of voice, the most important thing and most easy thing to adopt. You concentrate on tone of voice alone and it will give you a change in your behavior. Because other persons, they will love to listen to you with the new change of voice, tone of voice. 80% of the problems of interpersonal relationship, when you talk to, when you interact with somebody else, can be solved if you just focus. You can record your voice on the phone when you talk. Keep the mobile on an auto recording mode, and after ending, after some time or in the evening, you can listen to that voice. Then you will come to know what was the reason for a conflict. Because conflicts are not with one right and one wrong. It is always between two rights. You are right and the other person's right. So if you want to change it, you change your perception and see from the other person's point of view. You will get a much clear point of view what is they are talking about. Always. Even, entire world is against that person, for him he is right. Suppose there is an issue with the two people, people gather one side, supporting A, and other people, gather with the supporting B. But, both of them are right. In our life also, with our spouse also, this happens. With our children also, this happens. With our in-laws also, this happens. With our own father and mother, this happens. Because if you are not able to see the other person's aspects or paradigm, then you are in a fix. You think that you are the right person, you are the only right person. Suppose if I write, I will share the this one aspect of this. That picture is always there in the WhatsApp. So can you see the slide?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. This is called perception. Suppose if I am writing 6 from my point of view, you will see it is as a 9.
9. 6 and 9.
Yeah. Just because you are right doesn't mean I am wrong. You just haven't seen life from my position. That's why. This is the starting of difference of opinion. Because whenever I say that it is from my perception, it is 6. And from your perception, it is 9. And whatever I say, it is not going to it's going to make you understand that it is 6. Until unless you change your paradigm or perception, you can understand. That's why we are telling that because I think I am right, you are not wrong. There is a possibility both of them become right. So whenever this happens, we are thinking that this conflict is always between one right and one wrong, but it is not so. It is always between two rights. So you can make a note of this point. Conflict is between two rights, not with one right and wrong. So you can bring any incident which happened in your life and think of it at that particular moment. Bring that person and bring that incident. Close your eyes and visualize that particular incident. Easy to understand. Then my question is that at that moment, whether you were right or not. At that moment, after that, some people will think that oh, that time I could have behaved in little my softer way or soft way, something like that. But at that moment when you behaved, your idea was you were right, isn't it? At that moment. Any difference of opinion?
I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is fine as far as we are concerned. But what if the other person is always thinking he's right?
We
And
are thinking about ourselves first. This is a lower court.
yeah,
We
so
are
I'm asking, how do you handle that?
subjective experiences. We will, when we go to the higher court, we will deal with other person. We are just get an introduction to the transactional analysis. It's a lower court, like a lower court. I told you, question should be subjective.
Yeah. So my question is, how do we handle that?
Yeah, that's why I'm telling with the awareness, we are coming to that. With awareness only. First, you have to understand that you are behaving in a totally different way. So you are behaving under the control of other persons. It is like the flame on the stove. You are just a cooker of half-liter capacity. You increase the capacity of the cooker to 5 liter, you can accommodate a lot of other things also. Some people tell rubbish, I cannot suffer any more rubbish. Okay, I agree. But when you have the capacity of 5 liter, you can 10 times more you can accommodate. So without awareness, you are on the verge of a always, releasing the weight because it is full. So when you start understanding the other persons, that's what I'm telling. So at that moment, you were correct and you are 100% correct and you are 100% right and you behaved from that point of view, isn't it? Yes. Now I am bringing other person. You have a problem with other person also. I am inviting those people also into this Zoom meeting. And we have now 13 people are there. So when I invite, 26 people will be there. Isn't it? So again, I will ask the same question. When you had that bad experience or that conflict, whether you were thinking, whether you were behaving 100% correct that moment, 100% correct for that moment, the 26 answer will be yes, isn't it? Correct,
Yes.
All the people will answer yes.
Yes.
I'm right.
I am establishing that, this conflict is always between two.
Right.
This is the way you have to think it. This is the example for that. When you realize that, see, sometime, we will be in a totally different thinking pattern that, I think that I am right. You ask anybody, he is wrong or she is wrong. It's easy to understand. But, at that moment, when we bring all these people and ask them, the 26 answers also will be right. Everybody is right. So then, if everybody is right, how the conflict takes place? So conflict is between two rights. And we are thinking that we are the only persons right. So next time onwards, when there is a conflict, think about it. And easily you can avoid that thinking, that conflict. How the conflict takes place? It is a step-by-step process. So there can be difference of opinion because of the family, because of the gender, because of the culture, because of the economical situation of the two family, because of the educational, because of the rearing up, everything counts. And because of these scenarios, what happens? We have difference of opinion. And in psychology, you can have difference of opinion because of your frame of reference or your perception was totally different. But when there is a difference of opinion, what you have to do? You have to sit down and discuss. And you should make a consensus. If the consensus is made, there will be a possibility of win-win situation. Win-win situation, because through consensus, you are reaching a cooperative mentality, cooperation. So, with the consensus, cooperative mentality, cooperation takes place. From cooperation, we have a stage called win-win. Both of them win. I also win, he also win, or she also win. So, win-win situation is the best policy. And when win-win situation takes place, we work in cooperation, and there will be a door of heaven open. Big door of heaven will be open. Who is opening that? I specialist. I am opening the door of the hell, not anybody else. Suppose there is no consensus, a conflict will take place. Who is right, who is wrong? And one thing you have to remember, if we consider family as a unit, if you win, your spouse lose, the family lose. Family lose. Whether your wife wins and you lose, and the family lose. Whether you, your wife, both of them, or husband wins, and your children fails, the family fails.
So you should fail.
We have to win all the three people.
No, but you should fail in that case, na. Let the other be happy.
Yeah, we have to find out a way to win all the people. Win. Because everybody is right.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's why we are behaving. That's why exercise we have done to find out
Yes, sir.
people are conflict is between two rights. This is the understanding we should have. That's why I'm not moving to the subject now. Next Sunday, or if you are thinking that it should be continued, we will think of it. Otherwise, I am just giving a what do you call it? I am just running a tractor on your head to make it. When I say the transaction analysis points, it should be. It's like seeding a plant, plowing the land, watering, and putting water, fertilizing. Today I am doing that only. And then if the seed is put, it will germinate easily.
Yes, sir.
So if there is no if there is a conflict, and if we are moving towards a lose-lose position or win-lose, the family is losing, and there will be another door will be opened. It is called hell. So one side it is heaven, the other side is hell. And who is opening the doors? I, not we. I, the person, is opening. I am the reason for. I am the reason for all these issues, because I could have behaved in a totally different way, and I didn't. So that I am here. I could have made the scenario in a smoother way, so I could have enjoyed my life better. But I didn't. So that's why I am here. Isn't it? Any question? Any question? Because
Better to remove I. Better to remove I and we.
Yeah, that's first we have to. That's why I told this is a lower court. First we look into ourselves.
Correct.
We will move to the higher court. That is called we, other person.
Yes.
First, Ram Singh ji, first we have to understand what we are.
Yes, sir.
Then we have to take control over our thoughts, behavior, and feelings.
Yes.
And we can tell that I am not a victim of the incident circumstances. Or then we can tell them, you also learn this technique. You can also win.
Yes, sir.
It is just like catalyst. You don't change, you are making other people change.
Yeah, it was nice, sir. It was a great input. Definitely wanted to continue. One thing. Second thing, sir, if you keep increasing your size of the cooker now, the other person will start taking advantage of it. If you keep quiet for their whatever they keep telling, no, they keep increasing. Somehow we have to curtain it and say that it doesn't go behind a limit, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So always, whatever we today discuss, whatever we discuss today, apply to yourself first.
Yes, sir.
First, you be a specialist. Specialist. I am holding my ideas, as a stubborn, stubborn person, or am I flexible? Am I seeing the perception of the other person? Is it there a 9 on the other side, or is it there a 6 on this side also? Put yourself on the other person's shoe and think from other person's point of view. Then you can accommodate these ideas. Increase the capacity of your mind to half a liter to 5 liter or 10 liter, 100 liter. So you can be able to accommodate all these problems, because you are going to be the master.
Yes.
It's free of cost. No rate.
And I can only expand my cooker. I cannot make other people to expand their cooker.
Yes.
You are the only person who can control you. That should be the aim. That should be the aim. Irrespective of other person's behavior, irrespective of other person's circumstances, irrespective of the context, if you remain under control, you are a winner, no doubt at all. You are a winner. You are taken back all the remote from other people. And you are a self-sufficient person. You are under control. You are the master of all your thoughts, feelings, and behavior.
Yes, absolutely fine. Yeah.
I think
Beautiful concept. Yeah.
This is what psychology is talking about. Only three aspects are there to be keep under control: thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Nothing else. Nothing else is there in your control. Even if you keep your health, it is not under your control. You can do a lot of things, but after that, if some disease comes, that's all gone.
Yes.
Even we know that a lot of big people, yeah, just like that. You don't have any control over your finance. Even with a fever, the entire money will take away. Just with the fever. So don't have the control over the finance also. You think that you have control over relationship? Okay, by behaving yourself in a better way, you will have a control. Otherwise, it's not a control. So, wealth, health, and behavior, this relationship, nothing is there in your control, and you have control. You can have control over these three aspects: thoughts, feelings, and behavior. That we don't give any mileage to that also. We are not thinking of these things are under control, and we are not giving any importance to these things also. So whenever you shift your focus from other aspects to these three things, you will become a winner. Otherwise, you will be a victim of the circumstances. And you will blame out of this, nobody is there to help me. My wife is making a lot of problem. My husband is behaving like that. My children are not obeying me. A lot of things will be there.
Fantastic.
To make a successful life, if you want to be a winner in your life, concentrate only on three aspects. What are they? Thoughts,
Behavior.
And behaviors.
Yeah.
So, any other question? Up to what time we can move?
It's so interesting, so eye-opening it is. I think I can continue whole Sunday also.
I'm ready to speak.
Because see, unless you have basic concept very strong, and finding the solutions other way throughout the world doesn't make any sense. We have to control on ourselves. Let us try this. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. You can continue.
I think you started with behavior consisting of 5 characteristics, right? Right now you are touching on the words and tone of voice. Probably you can touch upon the other 3 bullet points.
Yeah, I will
continue the second session expanding around that.
Yeah. I will do, because the second aspect is the tone of voice. I was narrating these stories about it is more important, because 80% of the problems can be solved just by concentrating only on tone of voice. That give you that much of importance. So always think of it. Suppose you think you bring an incident into your mind that which had a conflict between your spouse. You bring it, an incident, and the way Ram I will mute you. Okay. Think about the way you spoke to your wife or husband or children. Bring that incident, and visualize that you are changing your tone of voice, and the way you behave to them, and what will be the response from the changed tone of voice? What would have been the response? Would it have been a better one? Definitely. So who made it hell? I made it the hell situation. And that's why we are telling we are the master. We have 100% responsibility. In Ho'oponopono, we talk about 100% responsibility. This is one of them. We are responsible for our thoughts, feelings, and behavior, and that only. And one more thing, we are responsible for other person's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Those who are close to us, like wife, husband, children. Because you could have behaved in a totally different manner, we would have got a different result.
So what is behavior, sir? Behavior consisting of?
Behavior consists of
Impact.
5 points. That's why I told first one is words, second one is tone of voice, third one is facial expression, fourth one is gestures, and fifth one is postures.
What is the fourth one, sir?
Fourth one is gestures.
Yeah, oh, yes. Okay.
Pictures and poachers.
With the hands you are making. I tell you, I'll take you. Even if without telling anything, you just show like this, people will come to know what it is. And we only shows 2-3 gestures basically. And if you master it, when you communicate, the idea will be go much faster, much clearer way.
What about feelings, sir?
Feelings?
And what exactly we convey our through feelings, and what exactly feelings means?
Feelings in the sense, there are basic 4 fundamental feelings are they are mentioning. One is glad, that is happy. Second one is sad. Third one is scared, that is fear. Fourth one is anger. They are telling glad, mad, sad, scared. Glad, mad, scared, and what do you call fear. Glad, mad, sad and scared. For that, they made it, ending with a D. That's why it's a happiness, that angry, that sadness, and fear. It's the 4 basic emotions they are talking about. Rest of them are, a combination of these.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you, sir. Got clear.
So you think everyone is having a favorite negative emotion. Some people are angry. They're quite frequently they get anger. Some people are whatever the situation they'll go to the sad position. They'll worry about it. Some people are when a spouse makes a noise, loud noise, they'll become scared, fearful. So whether you are in your negative favorite emotion, find out. Even you tell your negative favorite emotion that is happening quite often. I can tell your personality. It is like zodiac sign explaining. With the TA, you can do that also.
Thank you, sir. We got clarity about behavior and feelings. Then what about thoughts, sir? Thoughts.
Thoughts, there are lot of varieties are there. Positives and negative, first one.
Sir.
Yeah, always, we think, if you are thinking always negative, how you come to make it positive? But first, for that, we have to bring awareness to these things, thoughts, feelings, and behavior. How can you bring a focus to your mind? Yeah, we are not thinking at all the techniques and skills, how to make it happen. One thing we can tell, all on a sudden in daily, you can all on a sudden stop and give focus on what am I thinking. If it is negative, change it to positive. Or with the latest technology, mobile, you can keep a 1 hour interval, 2 hour interval, 3 hour intervals, and when the alarm burst, you think of, bring your attention to your mind, what is going on inside. Whether I am in a positive thinking or I am in a negative thinking. And if I am doing it, negative, just stop it. Just give a slap on the head, change it to positive. Or, women will be more understanding about this, bringing concentration or a focus on this one. Like the baby, they are keeping on this one. Whenever they, they keep the baby sleep, and they go for the work, and entire focus is on the baby. Even baby just turn to the other side, they will come and do that. Okay, my son, my baby, sleep. This is the process they do it. But we are not, men are not so not capable of doing that. When we see we look after the baby, they used to fall from the pot also, isn't it? But when mothers are there, it never happens because they are powerful. They are, they are multi task specialists, and they know that there is a connection between them and the baby. Always, it's an energy connection. So, so you can think your mind as your baby, own child, and you can keep on looking into it, whether it is disturbed or not. If it is disturbed, tell them, don't worry, I am there, I will look after. Just give Harry, just give a small pat on the back, and you can do it. So awareness is the key aspect. Bring the awareness, and bring awareness about self. Self in the sense, thoughts, feelings, and behavior. That is the awareness part. First, when you achieve this awareness, without your permission, not even single word has to come out. That is the awareness. Second stage, behavior aspect. Without your permission, not even a single word has to come out. You have to keep the entire thing like that. You think of behavior, words, then you have to give more concentration on the tone of voice. Even the words are ready, think about the tone of voice. Make it more softer. The other person has to receive the tone of voice with a smiling face. You always use smile. That is why happiness redefined. You know the story of Cleopatra, isn't it? Cleopatra, the story of Cleopatra? You know?
I'm not aware.
You please tell, sir. We don't know.
Huh?
You please tell, sir.
Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, Mark Antony.
You please briefly tell it, sir.
Okay. So Cleopatra was, at the age of 20, she was thrown out of the country by her brother and sister, elder sister. And
Can you give the name in chat box? What is the name? A spelling?
Cleopatra. Cleopatra.
Okay.
Okay. Then, after meeting Julius Caesar, she was able to regain her country, and she ruled the country for a long time. And that was the story everybody is given. Today I am going to give another aspect of the Cleopatra, that she made a decision that to make. Julius Caesar was the king of kings, because under Roman territory, plenty of countries were there. So she made a decision that I am going to be the closest friend or lover of Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar was the king of kings. Anybody he likes to have, it will be there. And anybody, any queen, any princess, anybody. But he always connected to the Cleopatra. What she did, it is because of her decision to be like that. And what she did, this is a secret. She decided to make happy Julius Caesar by being happy 100%. So she didn't want to make Julius Caesar happy. She decided to be happy by herself. Whenever Julius Caesar comes, and whenever Julius Caesar think of a happy thing, he has to think about Cleopatra. That is the decision made by him. 100% I'll be happy, and as long as he remains with me, I'll be happy. 100% happiness. So whenever it is like we also, whenever we think of happiness, if we related to something, we'll think of that only. We'll be there with the other person, happy person. So Cleopatra never decided that to make Julius Caesar happy. She decided to be happy 100%, and as long as Julius Caesar be with her for entire time, she'll be happy. That's the decision made, and she became the heroine of the Julius Caesar. So like that, if we behave, this is a happiness redefined. If we are a Cleopatra, another Cleopatra, people will come to us. And Cleopatra, if you are happy, what happens to your lips and face? You'll be smiling always. And what happened to our spouse? Whenever they come, because of our face, they will go away. It is always tensioned face. We are keeping them. We are showing them. And we are also getting the same thing. This is the way we are keeping. So if you want to become, you be another Cleopatra in your profession. You be another Cleopatra in your life. Then nobody can question you. Nobody will come. Because people will like to associate with you. Because you are happy always. You are always smiling. Otherwise, what happens? If the husbands are coming late home, why? Because of Cleopatra in our home. But with another face, not with the smiling face. Or, we are not getting happiness. Even some girls, they are coming for a counseling here, they are telling that we are after the job, we friends, their ladies, they go to the bar, they go to the pub, they are enjoyed by them. They came by 8, 9, and they are least interested with other person's life. They are, under one roof, they are living together, but, independently they are living. So if you want to make the home happy, first you be happy, 100%. When other person are with you, be 100% happy to the maximum top 100%. Then people will come to you, like Cleopatra made Julius Caesar be happy by being happy, not doing that, by being happy. So if you want to be a successful person, a winner in your life, be another Cleopatra. Keep the photo of the Cleopatra in your house to make you remind, yes, this is the way I am going to live my life. Because
we'll put it in vision board, sir.
Pardon?
We'll put it in vision board. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because we are thinking that other person is making me happy. Happiness is not like that. Happiness is an internal process, internal state of mind.
Yeah.
Could you show that picture, sir?
Which one?
You can Google it, sir. No problem.
What is that? What you are saying, sir?
6 and 9.
Okay. What it, sir, in name? Cleopatra?
Cleopatra can search
You see the chat. See the chat.
Yeah. Cleopatra. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to make a successful winner life, happy life, that is I have told today we will discuss more about the happiness, redefined. So if you are not happy, how can you give more happiness? Do you want to be loved, do you want to love? Everybody wants to be loved, isn't it? Yes. Or somebody, people, today I will love everybody. Early morning, I'll be thinking of like that. Nobody. But this rejection is taking place. You usually think that I know that otherwise also nobody loves me, isn't it?
Yes.
So everybody scarce situation. There is no enough love in the world because everybody wants to be loved. It is like finance. Everybody wants the finance, money, and there is a scarcity. Money we cannot make, but scarce this love we can start giving to other person. When we start giving other person's love, it is like what goes around comes around. The first thing is that appreciate the other person. Find something in your spouse, children, and in-laws, and appreciate them. It's the first stage to make the other person happy. Because whenever you appreciate the other person, it will go around and comes around. Goes around and comes around. So, exercise for the next 1 week. This is, I told you, boot camp. You have to do a lot of exercise, then only you will come to know what it is. It is just an information now in your mind. But if you practice it, you experience, then it will be totally different scenario. So find out something in the other person and do appreciate. Give appreciation sincerely. Finding something, very sincere and give genuine appreciation. To maximum number of people. With the 1 week minimum 70 people. And into 10 times each. 700 times. You will change yourself first. Now, first it will be a difficult task. What to tell them? What is, nothing is there good. No. For example, if a person is getting a mark of 40 mark out of 100, next time if he is getting 41, you can tell them, appreciate them. And if a person with, very sad face, once in a while, when he starts smiling, you find out that particular moment, yeah, you are laughing, very good. Well, you can, so two things will happen. One, that, you shift your focus from negative to the positive. You are trying to catch them being or doing good. That is the first example. You are now onwards, you are shifting your focus to catch them being or doing good, not the bad one. Usually what we do, if anything goes wrong, we'll find out the point at all. So instead of that, find something good in the other person and appreciate then and there. Doing or being, whatever it is. Even a happy being level, you can appreciate. Or something, if they are giving a glass of water, you appreciate them. If they are making a tea for coffee for you, appreciate them. You are taking them, if the other person is taking you out, you appreciate them. Whatever you want to, you can do it. But find out some opportunity to find out something good in the other person, and then and there practice appreciation. Because what goes around comes around, it will come totally automatically. You will experience. Today itself you will experience. If you want to communicate, you can send me message. Yes, it is working. You can send me. You can share next Sunday if we are continuing. Otherwise, okay. No problem.
So now it's 8:30. So I think we'll continue the second session.
Yeah, okay. No problem. But when we in psychological session, we take a feedback. Feedback, whether it was good or not, it is not like that. What the best point you liked in this session? Okay. Each one of you, please give a feedback. And one more thing, you have to send me Dakshina for me. After, if you want to attend next session, not this session. If you want to attend next session, you have to give me Dakshina. Dakshina can be 1 rupee also. Okay?
Yes.
Even 1 rupee is okay. But you have to send me Dakshina. Not for this session. If you want to attend the next session. Okay?
Yes, very much.
Okay, done.
Okay. Very good.
Now feedback, what you got? What was the point, most interested point for your life today's session?
Mine is Cleopatra.
You can tell 1 point each.
Mine is Cleopatra.
I am a Cleopatra. Very good. Super. Okay.
So can I tell, sir?
Yeah.
I'm a happy person.
Yeah, I can control.
I'm a happy person.
If you want to be happy and successful, I should be able to control. If I wanted to be happy and successful, I should be able to control myself.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mine is behavior and feelings.
Okay, behavior and feelings is the most important one. Okay, very good.
I would like to be a win-win situation. And a win-lose or lose-lose situation. I think if it's a win-lose or lose-lose situation, the third person will win.
Okay, very good.
Not both.
Okay, win-win and this.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay. Anybody else? Jyoti?
I think I is the most important word for defining happiness. We always think other person made me happy or unhappy. I think I is the key.
Be an I specialist.
Minimum used. I used to minimum used.
Win-win.
Minimum used.
Yeah, so to understand the other person's perspective from where he is coming.
Okay, very good. So shift your focus. Okay, very good. Nivas Rauji. Gopsi. Bharat Reddy. The most important aspects you got from this session.
But it's about appreciation.
Okay, appreciation, very good. Okay, we will have a full session on appreciation because the ways in which we can apply this appreciation, we will go in detail. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah? Bharat Reddy, Stop. Srinivas Rao ji. Jyoti ma'am. Anybody else? Or shall we call it a day? Who is that? Madhuri Ruya. Ma'am, please. Have you got any important aspect?
Next one, expanding the cooker size. That's fantastic.
What is that?
Expanding the cooker size.
Okay, the capacity of the cooker, expanding the capacity of the cooker. Okay.
Because we don't have any control on the fire which is underneath. But you can definitely expand our cooker size. That's the only thing we can do.
Yeah. Because, everybody, plenty of points were there, when you talk about, your favorite point, it will be a reminder to other persons also. That's why we are taking feedback like that. Okay.
Exactly.
Bye. Have a blessed day.
Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Sunday
Have a good day.
Brahmanji,
Happy Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if you want to continue the sessions, it will go 12, 13, 14 sessions. If you want to understand this session, if you want to continue these sessions, you can tell me in advance, okay?
Sir, you can stop the YouTube live. Then
Today you can give, but next session also we will keep it ourselves. Let them come and attend live.
okay.
Okay. No more recording next session onwards because
Sir, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
into the subject.
No, it's fantastic. Sir.
Only running the tractor on your head. Next time onwards, the seeds will germinate.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a fantastic program. So I think all of us would like to continue it for sure. Brahman sir, you can make it full-fledged program. So it's very excellent.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you next time.